Banjo. This is the news at 2200 hours from the Gambia radio and television services. With me, Fatima Tassise, in our top stories. Officials of the Ministry of Works conclude a 3-day stakeholders meeting meant to improve performance. Students from the University of the Gambia and the secondary schools debate topical issues in this year's Vice Chancellor's Debate Championship. Elsewhere, security analysts praise concerns over plans by the Trump administration to reduce funding for UN peacekeeping missions. And Egyptian President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi announces his candidature for the March 26th presidential elections. These plus all the stories will come up in just a moment. To stay tuned. And we'll begin with this bulletin with this sad news where His Excellency President Adama Barrow and his entire cabinet and the government of the Gambia regret to announce the sudden death of Mr. Femi Peters, the Gambia's ambassador to the Republic of Sierra Leone, which sad event occurred in the early hours of Sunday, 21st January 2017 in Freetown, Sierra Leone. On the advent of this sad and unfortunate situation, the government of the Gambia extends sincere condolence to the family of the deceased, UDP party militants, and the entire Gambian populace on this irreparable loss, and pray for God's infinite blessing and mercy on the departed soul. Funeral arrangements will be announced later, and may his soul rest in perfect peace. Officials of the Ministry of Works and stakeholders have concluded a 3-day synergy at Tendaba Camp in the Lower River region. Khadija Tijala has more in the story.
The retreat saw presentations of work plans by the different institutions under the Ministry of Transport, Works and Infrastructure, the Gambia Ports Authority, Gambia Maritime Agency, Gambia Transport Service, National Road Authority, Civil Aviation, and Gambia International Airlines. We are engaged in this forum geared towards promoting a good transport infrastructure network. The Transport Minister, Lamin Diop, hailed participants for their fruitful deliberations during the retreat and urged them to make best use of the issues highlighted.
I think these are very valuable discussions, and I hope that it will become a very important part of your desk to have the retreat report next to you and to always look at it as reference, because it's supposed to inform our actions. And if we do that religiously, I'm sure we will be able to implement the plans.
Mr. Job also expressed concern on critical issues surrounding engineering program at the University of the Gambia.
I was present in the last convocation, and only 15 students were graduated in anything related to what we are doing. And I think we should be proactive in this regard, talk with the Ministry of Higher Education on this matter. Now, with respect to the policies, the public building and facilities, one point that was raised, which I think was very important, was the lack of building projects under the NDP. It's just an omission because there is, we are thinking of having an administrative center for this government where all ministries can be co-located. So I think we should pursue that as a matter of priority.
The Managing Director, National Road Authority, Mamadou Senghor, commended the Minister for initiating such an important forum.
I have learned a lot, and I'm sure others have also learned a lot, because now I know what civil aviation intends to do in 2018 and beyond. I know what ports intends to do in 2018 and beyond, likewise the other PAs. So whatever we are doing at the National Roads Authority will be geared towards this development. So whatever civil aviation is doing, for example, has to be in line with what National Roads Authority does. And this is what this is all about. Using one mode of transport, if you land your container at the ports, eventually it must use the road. So whatever Ports is doing has to be in line with what National Roads Authority is doing to improve transportation in this country.
Reporting for GRTS News.
The School of Law and Nusrat Senior Secondary School are the champions of the UTG Vice Chancellor's Debate Championship, and Aminata Sanyang attended the finals, and she filed in this report.
The University of the Gambia Vice Chancellor's Debate Championship is an event filled with intellect and benefits. The final round of the debate was held at the Faculty of Law recently.
It's basically an honor to welcome all of you to the finals of the 7th Annual Vice Chancellor's Debate Championship. I know it has been a very hectic journey. For the past 3 months, we have been here debating amongst ourselves. Some of us lost and some of us now proceed to the finals.
Speakers among them, the Dean of the School of Arts and Sciences, Prof. Per Gomez and Madi Jobate, dilated on the importance of the competition.
This is part of the extracurricular activities. We encourage you wherever you are, go out and do your best. Read and get the right information. One benefit of debate, not just that it gives information, but it builds your analytical capacity. If you engage in debate, it means you are thinking. It means you are collecting information. It means you are analyzing information.
Speaking on behalf of the Vice Chancellor, Dr. Mohamed Fakir Anjum, the President of the Students' Union, Alpha MKLO, urged students to build a culture of debate among themselves.
Debate is something that everyone should take up as a career, because whether you like it or not, in one way or the other, you must debate, either at school or in your own room, because we all make decisions, and if decisions have been made, especially good decisions, we all debate them up.
St. Joseph Senior Secondary School, West Africa International School, Yunus English School, and Nusrat Senior Secondary School made it to the finals. The Senior Secondary School category was staged on the topic, the Gambia's presidential qualification or requirement for presidency to be bachelor's degree. The School of Arts and Sciences, the School of Journalism, Education, and the School of Law debated on the topic, this house will allow Gambians in the diaspora to vote in elections. After breaking points by different participants, Nusrat Senior Secondary School emerged winner of the UTG Vice Chancellor's Debate Championship 2018. St. Joseph Senior Secondary School emerged second, West Africa International School third, and Yunus English School finished fourth. In the tertiary category, the School of Law of the University of the Gambia won, and the School of Journalism came out second, Arts and Science third, and Education fourth position. In the public speaking contest, Fatumata A. Kamara emerged first, and Mustafa Paragon Sonko followed in second place. In the debate contest of the university category, David Abraham was awarded the best speaker. In the senior secondary category, Agnes Gomez of St. Joseph was awarded the best speaker. The winners from the high school category will benefit from a free tuition waiver when they gain admission at the University of the Gambia. Winners in the tertiary level will also benefit the same. Reporting for GRTS News, I am Aminata Sanyang.
The College Management and Information Technology has officially launched the Open Sourced Academy. The move is to help students improve their understanding of information technology. Kumbaba reports.
The main aim of this launching is to enable students to understand technology and acquire basic skills in information technology. Bridging the gap between academia and technology workforce is the slogan for this launching. The president of the American International University, West Africa, emphasized the significance of technology in advancing development.
Information technology plays a role in each and every aspect of our life, each and every profession in this world, each and every government, each and every institution. So, information technology has been a sort of a common ground which has to be developed.
According to officials, The institution has graduated a significant number of students who are contributing positively to national development.
We have a vision here in CMIT. And what is that vision? To provide a platform for galvanizing and channeling the energy and intellectual prowess of our youth toward the acceleration of African growth and development. By so doing, making contribution to global advancement in human capacity.
Sidi Bensouda, who was among the speakers, challenged students to expand their knowledge in technology and to contribute meaningfully in the country's development processes.
By focusing on any one platform, you get trapped in that space. And it becomes difficult really to go beyond that. And that is a challenge in the sense that while yes, you'll be able to create simple solutions very quickly. And what you see in the industry now is what I call the commoditization of software, meaning that it's now very easy to create simple solutions rapidly. Because you just have to download this library, download that library, combine them, just add a little code to link them, and there you go, you have something. And everybody will call you a genius. But the reality of the matter is, if somebody was to sit down and say, how does this actually work? You will find that very few of you would actually be able to explain.
Students also had the opportunity to watch a video presentation highlighting the essential role of technology in modern society. Reporting for GRTS News, I am Kumbaba.
Meanwhile, Newsroute Senior Secondary School have organized a 3-day event dubbed All School Trade Fair. And the event is to bring students of senior secondary schools together to showcase their talents. Janke Ture tells us more.
The objective of the All High Schools Trade Fair, organized by the Commerce Club of Newsroute Senior Secondary School, is meant to create positive awareness among secondary school students, as well as the importance of attaining skills for the socio-economic development of the country. Commerce Club President, who also doubles as the head boy of the school, Omar N. Gay, dilated on the significance of the second version of this event.
The objectives of today's program is simple and straightforward. We just want to expose the students to their talent, put them or give them a platform that they can show the world what they can do. Because as you can see, there are only students participating in it.
Gay also urged youth, particularly students, to nurture and develop their God-given talents in entrepreneurship.
We organize this thing to help them or to give them the platform to showcase what they can do. So I hope they're really going to take this thing seriously. And please, parents or guardians out there, please, if your child is saying that he or she can't make it in the academic struggle, allow him or her to do what he or she wants to do. Because you can force your child to go to school, but you can't force him or her to learn.
Newsroute Senior Secondary School's Principal Karamo S. Bojang also elaborates on the significance of the trade fair, adding that it will encourage entrepreneurship among students.
Today's event is very important in the life of our students. The program was conceived last year that we should have trade fair, meaning that we should introduce students to simple buying and selling and then making of things. If you look at the National Trade Fair, companies come and they demonstrate what they can do. The question of entrepreneurship should be encouraged from the grassroots. Not when the people are, 30 years, 25 years. It doesn't work.
It was a colorful event as different schools displayed their goods, including mosquito repellent cream, food, clothes and shoes. Stephen Mendy of St. Peter's Senior Technical School is one of them.
We have the opportunity to come over and also the skills of students from St. Peter's. We have a wheelbarrow and we have a dustbin. And the dustbin is just newly manufactured, or let me say, is innovated by students.
Lasting until Sunday, the All High School Trade Fair is hopefully expected to be an annual event. Janke Ture reporting for GRTS News.
Elsewhere, hundreds of worshippers, amongst them government officials and diplomats, have converged for an Islamic conference in Banjul. The religious gathering was presided over by the Khalifa General of Tiwawon Tijaniya Brotherhood, Sering Baisi Mansour. Mudubajan tells us more.
After the maiden visit of a Tiwawon Tijaniya Khalifa General to the Gambia in 1987, the Khalifa General of this Islamic Brotherhood, Sering Baisi Mansour, presided over a night of prayers and sermons on the lifeline of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. Addressing hundreds of worshippers, Imam Ratib Cherno Ali Maska thanked all and sundry for partaking in the occasion. Having prayed for the Khalifa and welcomed everyone to the event, Imam Ratib urged Ahlul Tiwawon Federation to continuously work on such initiatives which he said can boost cooperation among the Islamic Ummah. The representative of the Khalifa General in the Gambia, Imam Tafsir Gay, equally reiterated the importance of the Islamic scholars' visit to the Gambia. He urged followers to better embrace the teachings of Islam as emphasized in the Quran. Others like the Senegalese ambassador to Banjul, Professor Salim Jai, thanked everyone, highlighting the need for more cooperation between the Gambia and Senegal. The gathering was not only defined by interludes of recitations of the Holy Quran.
لقد صدق الله رسوله يا بالحق لتدخلن المسجد الحرام إن شاء الله
يا أيها الذين آمنوا لا تقدموا بين يدي
It likely witnessed the relay of religious songs depicting the life and blessed teachings of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, and amidst the accompaniment of melodious hymns of poems of the Tijaniya Sufi order. Moral and spiritual teachings of Islam's most sacred personalities continued well into the night-long event. Amidst these engagements, the Senegalese diplomat and various other speakers sought prayers for more development cooperation between the Gambia and the sister republic of Senegal. To this end, the congregation and Sering Baisi Mansour, who particularly prayed for Excellencies Adama Barrow and Macky Sall, also prayed for more peace, stability and further enhancement of the cordial ties binding the two West African states. Modu Bajan, GRTS.
And that takes us to a break. News and Sports is up next. Do stay tuned. Welcome back. Newcastle FC are the winners of the Farato Football Championship after a narrow 6-5 penalty shootout win over Cisse FC. The two sides failed to find the back of the net in regulation time. Sedu Kamara tells us more.
Cisse FC dominating play throughout the first half, but failed to take the advantage of their early dominance. Both teams fought hard to break the deadlock, but the first half ended goalless. The two sides returned from the dressing room, with Cisse FC continuing their dominance of the game. With the game heading into penalty shootout, the two teams created several opportunities as they attempt to find that important winner. That goal never came, and the final was decided on post-match shootout. Despite coming out the best throughout the 90 minutes, Newcastle won 6-5.
Not being able to score a goal is we were not very much clinical in the attacking half. So this is why we couldn't be able to score a goal. It was a peaceful and a very nice tournament, and luckily we became the winners. Maybe like I use the word lucky is because many teams participated here. We are not like we are better than all of them, but like luck helped us. We try with our effort, but thanks to luck we are really victorious.
To be honest, if I had to tell you, if I had to rate the success of the tournament is a real success. It is because we've not encountered any violence, as that is one of the problems when it comes to organizing tournaments in the village level. And it is a success because because everyone in Farato and all the youths have been behind the committee. He's supportive, all the teams and fans clubs, and definitely we have a very big and important tournament this year.
Certificates were awarded to several people in recognition on their contribution to the development of sports in Farato. The final was graced by many supporters from the community. Sari Kamara, GRTS Sports.
Elsewhere, a 13-year-old Ugandan boxer is dreaming big. When not in school and keeping up with his day-to-day studies, Ashraf Igula is training to become a future world boxing champion. Leon Seyange in Kampala introduces us to this aspiring young talent.
An early workout. Here, Ashraf Igula is taken through the paces. But this is only a small part of his training routine. Later, he embarks on a short journey to the nearest gym. And under the watchful eye of his trainer, the hard work begins.
Ashraf loves boxing, and for his age, we have a lot of expectation. We do whatever we can to help him achieve his dream.
Ashraf was just 5 years old when he picked up his first pair of gloves. He has not looked back since.
I've always loved boxing. When I was younger, I used to watch many videos. That is why even today, I'm still in boxing.
He may be only 13, but he still keeps a strict training regime. Ashraf trains here 3 times a week, and he has already shown some promise with fights against much older opponents. His style is drawing some admiration.
He truly has the art of boxing. He can make a good southpaw boxer.
By his age and the tale, he's a very promising young man. He has a talent in him.
With 25 fights and 1 loss, this teenage boxing sensation is determined to punch his way to the top.
I want to be a world champion. I can assure you I will do it.
Ashraf will have a few national fights lined up for him this year. As he waits to seize his moment, he says it will be all about discipline and hard work. Leon Sanyange, CGTN, Kampala, Uganda.
We'll be back with more international stories after this break. Don't go away. Welcome back. Security analysts in Uganda are concerned about the reduction of support for the UN peacekeepers. They argue this could escalate tension in the Great Lakes region. This follows a budget cut for peacekeeping missions by the United States, a major contributor to the UN security missions.
Promoting peace in a volatile region. The Bluebirds are on a high alert in the DRC. But besides facing a common enemy, financial support to the mission is reducing.
It's a very critical time for Congo. Remember, elections have been postponed quite a number of times. So we are looking towards 2018, end of 2018 to get the elections. You don't have a peacekeeping force because they can't be sustained without the funding. All this is going to have a serious implications for the peacekeeping operations within Congo.
The UN Stabilization Force in Congo, MONUSCO, spends about $1 billion annually to sustain its operations. And the US decision to cut funding could mean scaling down on its operations. Security experts say this puts the mission under threat.
There will be an impact, there will be insecurity, there will be starving, because once there is insecurity, you cannot sustain production, you cannot sustain agriculture. Most of the African countries depend on agriculture. Now, if all that happens, what we're going to see is a situation of semi-anarchy.
Last month, 15 UN peacekeepers were killed by the Allied Democratic Forces, a Ugandan rebel group based in the Democratic Republic of Congo. Ugandan President Yoweri Museveni has of late blamed the UN for preserving terrorism in the Democratic Republic of Congo. and a joint offensive by the DRC government and Ugandan security forces has been launched to wipe out the remnants of the Allied Democratic Forces. The UN peacekeeping mission in Congo is said to be the largest in history. It's been deployed since 1962, but analysts say the force needs to do more to end the raging conflict. Hila Esga, CGTN, Kampala.
Egyptian President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi this week announced he will contest the presidential elections this year. He is widely expected to win, and Egypt is scheduled to begin the election on March 26th. Here is Abdel El-Mahrouki with more.
It's now official. Egyptian President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi is running for a second presidential term. He made the announcement on Friday, ending a 3-day conference that presented his achievements during the past 4 years.
When I recall the decisive moments we've been through in the past years, I remember the immense challenges that faces our nation and the aspirations we want for our country. I find myself standing once again confused because of my national conscience. Therefore, I ask you, hoping that you would accept my presidential candidacy for a second term.
His 2018 bid was highly expected. Nonetheless, the reaction was huge to his announcement, reflecting his nationwide popularity. The next day, thousands rushed to notary offices to register their signatures of support for the president.
I went to a different notary office. It was extremely crowded. I came to this one. It too was very crowded. They must create bigger spaces for people to register their signatures of support because President el-Sisi's popularity is much bigger than the capacity of these offices. We were waiting for the president to make his announcement. I think he showed us physical achievements and he's the man for the next period.
The Elections Authority says more than 500,000 citizens have supported 23 different candidates so far. The Egyptian president seems to be getting the vast majority of these signatures, while the leftist rights lawyer Khalid Ali may come in second place.
I am supporting Khalid Ali to keep up the hopes of the youth. To me, he represents the January 25th uprising because he opposed the Red Sea Island deal. We had a revolution in 2011 so that we can elect a president every 4 years. That is why Ali's candidacy is important. I am sure he will not win, but we will be looking for the votes he will be getting because to us it will be an indication of the opposition sides in Egypt.
The Egyptian Elections Authority is opening its doors to accept candidates' applications from January 20 until the 29th.
The Elections Authority has opened the door for candidates' registration, yet no one has applied for the 2018 race yet. President el-Sisi is not facing any challenges to complete his application. It's Khalid Ali who may come in short. He must gather 25,000 signatures of support this week, which has become the first test to prove his popularity. Adel Mahroui, CGTN, Cairo.
And that wraps up this newscast, but before we go, a look at our top stories. Officials of the Ministry of Works have concluded a 3-day stakeholders meeting meant to improve performance. Students from University of the Gambia and secondary schools have been debating topical issues in this year's Vice Chancellor's Debate Championship. Elsewhere, security analysts have raised concerns over plans by the Trump administration to reduce funding for UN peacekeeping missions. And Egyptian President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi has announced his candidature for the March 26th presidential elections. That was all in this edition of the News at 10 with me, Fatima Tassisay, on behalf of the news team. Thank you for joining us and keep watching GRTS.